What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, it seems like due to the situation that's taking place in the Ukraine, Olympic two-time gold medalist, three-division world champion, former unified lightweight world champion, Ukrainian superstar boxer, Vasily Lomachenko, 16 wins, 2 losses, no draws, 11 wins by way of knockout. Lomachenko is 33 years of age, 5'6" with a 66-inch arm reach. It looks like Vasily Lomachenko, who was in the run-in to face off against newly crowned unified lightweight world champion, Australian star boxer George Kambosos Jr., 20 wins, no losses, no draw, 10 wins by way of knockout. George Kambosos Jr., 28 years of age, 5'9" with a 69-inch arm reach. Those sweepstakes. Vasily Lomachenko had been rumored to possibly sign his portion of the contract to face George Kambosos Jr. in Australia in a 2-fight deal that would see George Kambosos Jr., should he lose to Lomachenko, have a rematch with Lomachenko in the in Australia, okay? So with that said, looks like due to all of the things that are taking place, unfortunate chain of events that's taking place in the Ukraine, dealing with Russia at the time. Lomachenko, his fellow countrymen who are boxers, in two-division world champion, Olympic gold medalist, Ukrainian superstar heavyweight unified world champion, Alexander Usyk, legendary Hall of Famers, Vladimir and Vitaly Klitschko. They all are back on the front line, and they're defending homeland, in which we know Vasily Lomachenko, he represented in the Olympics, twice winning gold for his country, standing for his country. According to some people I've talked to, some sources, there's a lot of pressure on Vasily Lomachenko to make a decision. There's a lot of people questioning and wondering, where is Vasily Lomachenko at this point in time? So I've reached out to a few people, that I know in his camp. And a lot of people are putting pressure on Lomachenko to speak up, speak out, and do what he see the Klitschkos are doing, and Alexander Usyk and his fellow counterparts and countrymen, okay? Lomachenko is going to take a step back from the sport of boxing, okay? Currently, as it stands, he put up a post on his social media, asking for world peace, so on and so forth. But obviously, him being one of the most recognizable figures in the Ukraine or from the Ukraine, there's a lot on his table, okay? There's a lot of expectations, seeing as though every fight he's representing the Ukraine, okay? Ukrainian flag, Ukrainian colors. And, he's not being very vocal on site, okay? And we saw him on vacation. It seems like he's in Greece, and many people are questioning, why isn't he going back to the UK? Now, everybody's different, okay? His stance is different from the Klitschkos and Alexander Usyk, but there's a lot of pressure on him, okay? And so we know George Kambosos Jr., he was trying to decide whether he was going to fight Vasily Lomachenko or was he going to fight undefeated WBC lightweight world champion superstar boxer Devin the Dream Haney, who's 27 wins, no losses, no draw, 15 wins by way of knockout, 23 years of age, 5'8" with a 72-inch arm reach. With that said, Devin Haney, he holds the WBC title. And so Devin Haney versus George Kambosos Jr. is an undisputed showdown, okay? And so with that said, that's a highly anticipated fight as well. But, there was a lot of back and forth. We know that the Zone, Devin Haney has his own promotional company, DHP Promotions, Devin Haney Promotions, with father trainer and manager Bill Haney as the CEO. He does a business and partnership with Matchroom CEO and promoter Eddie Hearn, and The Zone is the platform in which he fights on, but he's a network promotional free agent. He's only obligated to his own promotional company and his in the network of DAZN, he does a pretty much a fight-by-fight basis, okay? So he's free to go wherever. Vasily Lomachenko, on the other hand, he's tied up with a promoter. He has legendary promoter, top rank, CEO and promoter Bob Arum, top rank at ESPN, in which he fights for. So George Kambosos Jr.'s promoter, manager, Lou DiBella, works close with Bob Arum, top rank, and ESPN. And so with that said, it's being said that Lomachenko is going to take a step back, right? And that, we're going to see Devin Haney versus George Kambosos Jr. Now, things went quiet. We know DAZN stepped in because Lou DiBella and Eddie Hearn, they couldn't come to an agreement, and seems to be like they're at odds or in competition with one another. And so DAZN themselves decided to step in and negotiate and play mediator and look to get a deal done for Devin Haney versus George Kambosos Jr., okay? And so it looks like George Kambosos Jr. versus Devin Haney is going to happen in May, and it looks like Vasily Lomachenko is going to take a step back from the sport of boxing, but there's also thoughts amongst his team that he could participate in representing the UK by fighting, okay? But obviously, what's taking place there, there's not going to be a lot of support backing Vasily Lomachenko participating in a sport that he's going to get millions of dollars from, and it's going to just benefit himself. Not saying that he's not going to look to help out financially with what he can, but at this point in time, they need all hands on deck, okay, because of what the chain of events that's taking place there. And so a lot of people are questioning and wondering. You got Alexander Usyk out there on the front line. You got both Vladimir and Vitaly Klitschko out there on the front line, okay? And the most recognizable, arguably, face of them all is Vasily Lomachenko, and he's on vacation at a beach in Greece, okay? So that's not going to go over well when everything finally comes to a halt and the fans look at Vasily Lomachenko and say, while we were going through such a very, very trying time, you were participating on vacation in Greece, and you're participating in a sport where you're making millions of dollars, and the people here are suffering. So that's just simply not going to go over well with many people in Ukraine, I believe. And I believe there's a lot of pressure. As I was told, there's a lot of pressure on him to speak up and to show up, okay? He did put up this post, and this is what he had to say. He said, prayer for the peace and the whole world and enlightenment of the people on earth. Grant peace to you people. Lord, grant you servants your Holy Spirit so that they may warm their hearts with your love and guide them to all the truth, godness. Lord, grant your grace so in the peace and love they may know you. You love so in peace and love that they know that you love them. Okay, and so he goes on to send out this letter. He put this up yesterday. During the most trying times, it seemed that a lot of things were visible, but again, people want to see Vasily Lomachenko, out there. And again, like I said, he's not he's not Vitaly and Vladimir or Alexander Usyk. He's not them. Okay, everybody's different. Everybody's built different. But when you represent that flag, and the people are going through what they're going through, they're going to wonder where you were when they show you an abundance of support financially, and they give you the most important thing is time and their undivided loyalty. And when you're going through the tryingest times, you're not there. Okay, again, how much of a change can he make in person? Probably none. Okay, but we do know that though the Ukrainian fan base are loyal to him, Alexander Usyk, Vitaly and Vladimir Klitschko, and there's another fighter that's going to be in action this tomorrow night, which is ironic, and that's Victor Postol, who's a Ukrainian fighter as well out of the Ukraine. He'll be participating in the sport of boxing tomorrow night. So clearly he's going to represent the flag, and he's going to represent the country. But again, when you have Vladimir Klitschko, Vasily Klitschko, Hall of Famers, and Alexander Usyk, who has a fight coming up in 2-3 months with Anthony Joshua, a huge fight, and he's out there on the front lines. He's returned back home, and you're in Greece, you're on the beach, and you just, taking to social media, and you're not physically there. Well, that could warrant people to, distance themselves from you at their most trying times. Okay, people they'll stand back and say, at our toughest times, where were you? Okay, so let's see how this unfolds. It looks like Devin Haney, George Kambosos Jr. is going to be on the table for May. Looks like Vasily Lomachenko could be taking a step back. And we just got to see how everything unfolds and plays out. But that's all I got for y'all. Make sure you hit the like button. Drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button. Hit the bell icon to get all the new notifications. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shout out to the entire LDBC. Shout out to New Media. Shout out to Black Media Row. Make sure you like and share these videos. That's all I got for y'all. Peace.
Oh, it is your boy Jaden Kiss. Make sure you check out Blue Blood Sports TV. It's going down.